Is this thing on? Hi you guys, it's Megan and I blog at welcometothe.zoo.ca, and we've been continuing in this series on the YouTube channel answering questions that daycare providers just like you have. So I just got a question this past week from someone who chooses to remain anonymous about asking what I should do if parents text late that their kids won't be coming for that day. So I guess whether they call or text, it's all applicable. But what do you do if you know you're going about your day and the child was supposed to be dropped off at 7 or 7:30 and it's getting into your morning and the child hasn't showed up yet, and then suddenly you receive a text or a phone call from the parent saying, oh yeah, Junior won't be there today. So what do you do? Well, the first thing I would say is, before that even happens, tell parents up front that you're not going to change your daily routine if their child is late on any given day. So that means that if you need to go to the bus stop to do a bus run, or if you need to drive kids to school, or if you normally go to the playground every morning, or whatever you do, or even your circle time or your craft time, you just continue with your routine as it is. So that if the child shows up, you know, and you're out at the playground or you're at the bus stop or wherever, the parent is going to need to bring the child to you. They're going to be responsible for knowing where you are at that time. And if they show up at your house and you're not there, you're out and about, and they need to text you and find out where you are, that's fine. They can come and find you wherever you are. So let them know that up front. The other thing you want to let them know up front is that in your policies, when you're developing your policies, if you give discounted sick days, or I don't know, if maybe even free days, I wouldn't recommend that, but I know some people do that. So you give a finite number of sick days per year. In my case, it was 5 days, where if the child was sick or couldn't come in for another reason, they would receive that day at 50% off. So they wouldn't have to pay the full rate for that day. However, you want to add the clause that they need to let you know before a specific time in the morning. So if you need to leave the house at 8 o'clock in the morning, tell them that they won't receive that discounted day, that discounted sick day, unless you receive a text or a phone call by 8 a.m. or whatever time you choose, whatever time works with your schedule. So going forward, they'll know, okay, if I text too late, I'm still paying for that full day. I'm still going to be paying a full rate, even if my child is not going to be there that day. Now, if you have you've already set up your daycare, you've already gotten all your families and whatever, and this happens, you're probably going to have to just mark it down as a lesson learned. But I would encourage you, going forward, send out a note to your parents, say, I'm adding an update to our policies and our parent handbook, and this is the way it's going to be. So figure out what works for you. You do want to make sure that parents understand that you are, you're making sure that you have crafts and food and supplies and all of that stuff. You've set aside your day and worked your schedule around a certain number of children being in your care for a certain number of hours. And when they text late, it does inconvenience you, and it means that there are supplies and food and so on that you've already spent on that are not going to get used. So make sure that they know that, and that they understand that there is a cost to you, even if they call late and their child doesn't show up. A lot of parents will think, oh, they're giving you a bit of a surprise break, and you'll really be happy to hear that you have fewer kids for the day. But you and I both know it doesn't work that way. It's not quite as easy. A change in the number of kids always throws off your dynamic and all of that stuff. But make sure that you're letting the parents know that and understand that. So if you haven't done that already, send out a note. Let them know that you're going to be updating your policies to reflect that. There you go. That's my advice for our reader who asked what to do when the parent texts late that their child will not be showing up for the day. What do you recommend? I would love to hear your advice as well. Leave it in the comments section below. All right. If you have a question that you'd like to have addressed by me and even by other daycare providers that are watching the videos and leave comments and leave their advice, you can leave it in the comment section below, or email me at megan@welcometothe.zoo.ca. All right, I will catch you next time, the next time we answer a question here on the Welcome to the Zoo YouTube channel. Bye-bye.